What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville Extra, honey. I am back with a part 2 of Miss Destiny Payton, honey. She did an interview with Niecy Dixon, Bondi Blue, Jamie That's Me, and Jay Lee's Corner. So we are going to continue, okay, with that interview.
I left work the day after our appointment with the fertility specialist was my last day. It was the day before Thanksgiving. My last day of work, and it wasn't the plan. Like, I planned to work and put money into Madani and do all of that, and I knew that I had to sit down for this baby to come.
So, what do you?
Did I answer your question?
Kinda, because yes, it does. Let me know how you felt after the fact. But I feel like I meant more so during the relationship before.
During the relationship.
Yes, like before we got to this point, because I feel like I can't ask you specifically about what happened in your marriage, but I would like to know if you can tell us what your marriage felt like for you. So you know how, as a married person, you'll have a time in your marriage where y'all aren't seeing eye to eye for whatever reason. So it'll feel like I'm alone, or feel like we're not connecting, or I feel like you're not listening to me. So I guess I'm asking in that of mine.
So I got to a space where I did not feel protected or provided for. And then I started moving as a married single woman as far as making decisions in my life and how I moved. And that I realize now emasculated him.
Fuck him. His ass, his barbecue chicken eating ass was at that table. You need to take my last name. You know, it's all about what the man wants. And I told y'all, we are in this one-sided culture with some of these men. Okay, they think everything is supposed to be done their way. Any little thing you do for you, it's a problem. It's just really sad that she felt like that within her marriage. Okay? It's really sad.
And it was because he really didn't know how to, and just to be as transparent as I can without saying, or, talking or making anybody seem like it's a bash session. I know I keep saying that, but he didn't really know how to leave and cleave. And that was one of the things that added another layer to what was going on with us.
I bet he was a mama's boy. Okay, he was one of them. Miss Robinson done been with a few of them. And they are annoying as hell, you guys. They run to their mammy and she did this, she did that. And then the mother got an opinion about you. The mother don't even take care of herself. Okay, child, Miss Robinson done been there, done that.
So if there was ever opposition, somebody else would tell them that it was okay.
Ooh. You know what that made me think about? You and Miss Marlene in that parking lot.
You know what? And I said this in my green screen, I cut it out. I said I had a moment, and it wasn't even about her. I had a moment. And it was not about Miss Marlene. It was, I said I had mother-in-law PTSD.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I ain't gonna talk about nobody's mama, but, the feeling was correct.
Because it was like, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you. I don't even know who next in the question line, child.
I think it's Jamie. What was it? So,
I was going to ask something completely different.
Oh, you want to go ahead, Damien, in case?
I was just going to ask, when she spoke about, her process of becoming a mom and being able to get pregnant naturally, my question was just, what did she love about being a mom? So long.
What did I love during my pregnancy?
Or just being a mom, now that you have your son, like, what do you love the most?
Being a mom is, it's so many facets to it. I just love just being there and taking care of him. Like, I love that. Like, I'm a nurturer with everybody by nature. I've always been that way. And I just love seeing him grow and I understand that he's a gift, and I'm glad I had the experience that I had because I could have probably been a helicopter mom. And it lets me know the journey that we've had thus far, Law and I, lets me know that he's my gift from God. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.
Amen. So speaking of just the hardship of being married and how you did not feel protected or even covered with him, on episode, I think it was 5, you spoke with Maurice about different things going on financially. And a lot of people have been questioning honesty, mainly because they felt like we spoke on getting public assistance versus the PPP loan. I know you've probably seen stuff in the news. Can you clarify
across my eyes, but I don't.
Do you want to clarify what you meant by public assistance so everyone can kind of understand what you meant and not feel like you were lying about a PPP loan versus public assistance? Just,
So first and foremost, I said no. I didn't mean a loan. To clarify, I meant public assistance to separate the two. Right. One, getting a PPP loan is for your business. It's not for your personal self. Two, after going through a divorce, Madani closed 3 weeks after I opened because of COVID, and I was 4 months pregnant. And so it wasn't, I got to get out. Normally what I would do, get out here and hustle and figure it out. I didn't know what the pandemic was. And I naturally wanted to protect my baby, but now I'm even more afraid because I don't even know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's understandable.
A lot of money from my side was going out and nothing was really coming in. And then to be hit with legal, divorce, custody. So everything was being put into that. Everything. Started the online e-commerce, which helped, but I couldn't really focus to even hustle and be the businesswoman that I needed to be in that space because it was so much. It was so much. I mean, it was a lot.
Back to back to back.
It was a lot. It was back to back. And just the continuous legal stuff. Every time I turn around, I got another motion filed against me. It was just like, I can't, this is too much. And so when we finally got to divorce, I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to have coming or going. And then in lieu of child support, he agreed to pay for the home for a year so that I could get my footing again. And so I wasn't getting child support. So there's a program, a couple of things that you can get that they'll give you a certain amount if the father that is not paying child support, right. Things like that. So it doesn't mean, I'm out here, in the welfare line. It just means that I got a little bit of help.
Y'all act like she was in the welfare line with a bonnet on, with no shoes on. Child, y'all is not right. The comments that I've seen on this is just ain't right, honey. It's crazy. Labarbeque need his ass beat. Yes, Labarbeque. Little Thanksgiving dinner, honey. Okay, he need his ass beat. I bet he was messing around with another woman. Okay, you ain't heard it from Miss Robinson. Okay, I bet it was another woman somewhere in the picture. He got a lot of nerve. He wasn't all that cute to me, no way. Talking that shit. His hat. Take my last name. Nigga, you keep your damn name. Okay? Girl, make sure that baby got his last name. Okay? You get your money. I would have had my child support money. Oh, yeah. I would have tricked Labarbeque. Yes, I would have. Tied his ass up and did my little seduction. Miss Robinson will do something strange, honey, for a piece of change. I have rolled plenty of niggas, honey. Okay, yeah. Okay, rolled them like a cowboy. And, and I have asked for my motherfucking money and I received it, honey. How you doing? Okay. I tried to get somebody to sign some life insurance papers, but he wouldn't go for it. I know. Could you believe that shit? Shit, I'm going to have to work that shit in the future, though. Don't tell nobody.
In the beginning of my divorce. So, and who want to lie about that? Who wants to lie about that? I went from making 6 figures, seeing 5 figures a month, to not even knowing what was coming. And then I still don't even. I'm not gonna say that. I always say, but God, because that's all I can even. I can't even just thinking about the last 2 years of my life and everything that has transpired and everything that has happened and all the bills being paid and things that have maybe had to be put to the side. And as a black woman, we figure it out, but as a black mother, we really figure it out. And it's been nothing but God. It's been nothing but God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what
they
you
can
went
twist
through?
and misconstrue and throw it around and want to question my character. I don't care about that crap. I know who I am, and I know one thing I don't have to do is lie.
Yeah, what you went through was traumatic. So I just thought of a question. Have you been to therapy since then to deal with everything you've gone through? And do you think what you've gone through will affect the way that you date in the future?
Let me answer that for her. Hell yeah, it's gonna affect how she date in the future, okay? Don't get no more Labarbeque chickens, Destiny. Let's get us a retired man, honey. You's a beautiful woman. You need to work on your damn character. You talking about you and all this therapy, but we'll see, sis, honey, okay? You just need to stop being sneaky and stop being covert. That's what I need from you.
Are you dating?
That's
real fast now.
What was the question?
Somebody came to mind. So the first question was, have you been to therapy because what you went through was traumatic? The second question is, has what you've gone through affected the way that you'll date in the future?
So I've never really stopped some form of therapy throughout. Like my ex-husband and I were always in therapy, and then I felt my life coach has been with me for over 10 years. So, and then throughout that, my pastor, we had our Friday calls throughout the process. So I've always had some form of mental health assistance because I really believe in it. But as far as individual one-on-one therapy, it's been with my life coach, my pastor, and just my prayer warriors. So yes, to answer the question, yes, it's been a multitude of different things to keep my mind right. And as far as it affecting the way that I date, I took 2 years off almost from engaging with anybody conversation-wise. Like and it's COVID, so I wanted to have a hot girl summer, but I got a baby, so I couldn't be out here with a hot girl summer and bring COVID,
Hot mama summer.
So,
I said hot mama summer.
Yeah, so it never happened. Every time I try to amp it up, it never really happened. And now, it hasn't affected the way that I date. It hasn't, because that was my experience with him. And I can't bring that emotional baggage to somebody else. Which is why I purposefully took the time to really focus in on me and my son.
That's good.
That's good, Destiny.
Wait, is it you, Nisi? Or is it me?
We were going to ask about Madani. I'll go. How's your business now?
So, God is sending me people. Because my biggest thing in business, people, y'all know, is staffing. Staffing is hard, and because I can't be there like I want to be, and like I was in the beginning when we finally opened back up, it's been hard, but God is sending me people. So as far as the business now, we're relaunching. We're in the process of a lot of moving parts, dealing with this landlord and the purchase of this building, because I negotiated the ironclad lease purchase, and the price that I negotiated 3 years ago, he's trying to wiggle out of. And so not only did I have to deal with all kind of stuff, with getting stuff fixed. The AC was out for the whole summer, so we were closed. So
damn.
She's not open. She don't know how to run it. No, y'all don't know the inner workings of what I'm dealing with. And $25,000 to replace the AC on the building that I don't have my ink signed to say that I own yet is not what I'm going to do. So, anyway, long story short, we're relaunching, revamping.
She should ask her friend Martell for the money. I'm just saying.
And I know that we're going to come back strong.
So, last season we witnessed that you purchased an anniversary trip for Kimmy. After opening up about your finances, viewers questioned how were you able to afford it last season?
So I became a small partner with, actually, I was in the vacation industry prior to, and two of my previous employees, my sales reps, developed the company. And so those gifts were not paid for. It was a part of a promotion for the company.
Oh, okay, got you. That's what I figured. Because normally when stuff's on TV,
and I was promoting the company, they just didn't talk about it in that scene.
Right.
They just showed that part of it.
Exactly. Did they utilize that?
She said she redeemed it. They just haven't used that one yet.
Okay.
My thing with that is they should have been telling the truth about Destiny from day one. Okay, don't be making it look like, she got her shit together and she really don't, and this is falling apart. And because, I just wish she wouldn't have did that. I get that she was having a hard time. I really do understand that, but I don't know. I don't like disingenuous storylines where you are feeding me a whole bunch of bullshiggity that's not true. And, so come on, Los. Let's not do this in the future, baby. And I'm looking at her, you guys, but shit, I'm like, what the hell is going on with Lewis and Tiffany? Is it some shit about them we don't know? Child, make it make sense.
That's probably gonna be the group chat. Girl, we was just talking about we need to get out of here. Okay.
Well,
so last season we took a sit down with Tiffany. How has relationship with her been this season versus last season? Because it was Tiffany last season. That Tiffany was on.
Tiffany's interesting. She's funny. I actually most of the time like Tiffany, because Tiffany is who she is, and I respect people for being who they are. In her sometimes green moments, and her sometimes not green moments that she's acting green, I know that that's just who she is. Mm-hmm. So it's been better. I don't have any ill will towards Tiffany. I just, we put a lot of women together, and we have different personalities and different backgrounds. Sometimes you don't get a little smoke.
It's because I'm from Detroit too, so I'm like,
hey,
can't just be. You know what? You know that 313. You can't come with us any kind of way. It's not gonna work that way. It's gonna be some.
Listen, and I am 100 times better than I used to be. I tell people all the time they would have got me on reality TV like 7-8 years ago. Ooh, God has worked on me. Okay.
Oh, Destiny, honey, what we have got? Okay, because you was already acting a bit like a hood rat last season, honey, trying to bully Miss Tiffany. I was like, damn, why you being so damn mean to the girl? But she was trying to hang on to your bag, honey. I guess that's what it was. But I just thought it was unnecessary, and it made you look uncouth. Okay.
Still working though. Still working.
Well, speaking of, you mentioned smoke. You mentioned being who you are. Stormy, she's getting a lot of heat from people based on, I don't want to say ghetto or ratchet, but I guess not coming off as poised as they feel that she should be. So I want to get your thoughts on, one, the history between you and Stormy and your thoughts about her being a part of the show.
So history-wise, before she became a part of the show, my previous publicist asked me if I knew who she was, and I didn't. And she was telling me that I should reach out to her. She had a product line, and to get it in the store. So I reached out to her, DM'd her about getting Canvas Beauty in the store, and her warehouse is actually right by my store. But I never got any products. I never got the full circle of completing any of that. And I reached out twice. No ill will, didn't feel anything any way about it. And then she came on as, you know, Melody's friend, and she was cool. Like, I thought she was super cool. She invited me to my dad to her house. You know, she has is a shared lake in front of the houses that are around her, the land and stuff that they have. And so I was like, yeah, my dad loves the fish. She's like, y'all can come out here. So she was just really cool to me. Even called me about, you know, she was one of the sponsors for last season's Madani Beauty and Business Luncheon. Mm-hmm. And we've conversed. We've had conversations. We've talked. She asked me talked about the same thing that you're talking about. How can she find the balance of being herself and not coming across as, you know, every word's a cuss word? We had that conversation. And after that, I just feel like I don't know who that person is, and maybe that was because she was pregnant, and she was a different person, or maybe it's because of the dynamics of Mel and I don't know, but I ain't with it. Just gonna say that.
Would you think Mel probably got in her ear or something and said some negative things about you or anything? Because I know
Mel's really good at not saying anything but saying a lot. So I don't think that she spoke anything ill about me. With the intent of having her be a certain way. But it seems that way. And I could be wrong.
That's interesting. So you mentioned how you don't think she spoke ill about you with the intent of her being a certain way. Do you feel like that same thing kind of applies to the business fallout that you mentioned in the last episode?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So saying a lot, well, saying nothing, but saying a whole lot. You feel like it was one of those things?
I think that one was a little bit deeper.
Okay. So, Bondi,
I was waiting on you.
Okay, so
we have a question about that.
So really quickly, guys, it sounds like Destiny thinks that Melody sabotaged that business deal because now Destiny is cool with Tisha, and, you know, she got with Tisha and was talking shit about Melody, you know. So what do you all think about that? Did Melody have the right to interfere with that? Would you have did the same thing? Y'all let me know. Melody claims she didn't do nothing, but I don't know, honey. I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, we were already speaking about Mel. So, you know, the people want to get back to, it seems like the beginning of the big blowout. Why did you not confide in Mel while you were going through your divorce and you ended up telling her afterwards, once everything was final?
Please let this be clear and just let it be clear. Mel knew every damn detail about my divorce outside of me signing my papers. That's all she did not know.
Okay, I was confused because last episode when you were with Martell, you mentioned that you and Mel leaned on each other because y'all both had been through divorce, and I was like, well, where? Because it didn't match with what we were seeing in the previous season.
It makes sense. That conversation, and if you really watch the scene and pay attention to the lighting, by the time I told her I was divorced, it was dark, and you could see that it had turned to dark. Because we had a whole conversation, and it was just like, well, I just want to let you know that it's official.
It's final.
Because you found out as a surprise anyway.
Right.
That's what it sounded like. You mentioned earlier that you found out about your own divorce as a surprise anyway.
So no, because after that, we got back together. So it wasn't a surprise.
Okay.
That
gotcha.
The
Okay.
finalization of the divorce wasn't a surprise. The initial default divorce was a surprise.
Okay.
But she knew about y'all getting back together and then breaking up.
She knew about everything.
Okay, so so why do you believe that she wanted everybody to think she didn't know about it? Come on, Destiny.
Destiny.
Because my mind goes all over the place. I need the eyes to pinpoint. Why was she there?
One thing I've never been called is disloyal. Ever. And even if there were moments of opposition or whatever, I'm gonna own it. And that's why I have friends that I've been friends with for 25 years and up, still around. And it ain't always been peachy.
Well, that don't mean shit, though. Okay, that don't mean nothing just because you've been friends with people for a long time. Okay. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all think that means something all the time just because you was, I don't know. I just know, Destiny, you shouldn't have got your ass over there with Tisha and all in her face, and now you over there with Martell and trying to talk to him about Melody. You know he's a hater of Melody, girl. Destiny, you know better than that.
But I feel like that's that I'm going to say enough to make y'all feel away.
So you think she was just trying to make you look bad?
100.
So you think she was feeding into what we all talk about as far as viewers saying that you're not being transparent and kind of using that as an angle? Like she wasn't even transparent with me.
Sometimes I'm just in it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that was. Because I'm the type of person that I give you complete trust until you give me a reason not to. I don't go in looking for like, oh. But once you start showing me like, oh, you ain't worthy of this trust. So, and I start seeing those things, it's like, and it was an edit too, the way that they edited it, and it made it seem like, and she was bothered that she didn't know the day that I signed. She was. That wasn't a fake reaction. That was a real reaction. But it wasn't anything. She was like, you after the camera was like, girl, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, we just went out to dinner, and you couldn't get out of bed a few months before. And I didn't really feel like it was necessary to be like, girl, I signed my papers, it's over. Like, you knew the process was coming. You knew we were there. We were at that point, negotiating back and forth what was going to be what. So when I signed, it wasn't like, hey, girl, let me call you and tell. It was like, I didn't tell my own father. Like, I didn't tell my family.
Right.
And when I started to feel like I was in a space like this is real, like it's over, then I was like, I'm telling people.
Right. Is that why after Telltale Signs Grease Party, y'all were having that conversation and it was about, being a good, is it because she knew at that time that she would need more help because she knew that you were going through the divorce? So was that what sparked that, let's be each other's village conversation at the party for last season?
So the village conversation had been had multiple times and just didn't make it. And I felt like every time I had the conversation, and she was just like, oh, girl, you're going to find your village. It is what it is. And then on to the next subject. And so I was like, I wish you would stop being so dismissive of me, saying that, I'm figuring out this whole village thing.
Now, that right there I didn't like from Melody. As a fan of hers, that wasn't a good look to me. I know a lot of you all disagree and say, well, that's not on Mel. But if you are somebody's friend, help them with childcare. Okay, say, hey, I know this person. Hey, such and such down the street, keep the kids. Girl, let me get you cool with. Hell, you need to be building up on that friendship with Martell. You claim y'all so close. Shit, see if Miss Marlene could do you a solid. I don't know. I just feel like if her and Melody was like really tight and really sisters, I just don't feel like Melody should have been dismissive of her in that way. But like I keep telling you all, I don't think that these people are that close. I think that they like know each other and, and they are familiar with each other, but ain't no way in hell you close with somebody and they like, oh, girl, whatever, you go get your village. Oh, well, I done had plenty of people that I wasn't even all that cool with, and they tried to help me with childcare. So, like, shit, if somebody cool with you, it's only right that they would try to help you. So, yeah, that to me, I think that was well, no, I can't say that was the first red flag. All last season, I just always side-eyed Melody and Destiny's friendship. I just felt like Melody didn't like her like that. And Destiny was coming off a certain way, but yeah, it just didn't feel like they were close like that, because when you close to somebody, shit, you go try to help them, right?
and I was quarantined with an infant. Like, that's sometimes stay-at-home mothers go back to work because of that. So, and my dad is 70. He doesn't know what to do with a baby. My ex-husband did have his, hour or how many hour it was visitation, and that would be my break. That was it. And so when I said a village, and I know I'm not a big proponent for everybody watching my kid. I'm just not that person.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm figuring it out. Like, don't be dismissive. Like, let's lean on each other. And it's not, hey, you keep my kid. It's just more of the empathy part that I was looking for. And that conversation was, listen, I did not want to have that conversation in that moment. And I know people are like, well, you did it. Because it was the last day of filming and they asked me at least 3 times to make sure that I, voice how I feel. And I'm like, I'm not doing it here. If you really watch the scene, you'll see me dragging her arm. Like, girl, come on.
Yeah.
At that moment, I didn't really want to, but what really was like when I said it, and what her response was like, okay, this is where we at. Okay, it's even worse. There's no empathy at all. So, and people were like, oh, she's jealous. No, I was saying I want you to understand you're dismissive because you haven't been in my shoes.
Right.
Because you had Mr. Mom. And you had your mom and his mom. Y'all had a village.
That's understandable.
And I was just like, just look at it from my point of view. And that was
new divorce, new city,
Please get down in my comments, guys, and weigh in on that. Do you feel like Melody should have helped her, and really come from the perspective of if you were Destiny? Put your feelings to the side about Destiny, right? Have you ever been in that situation where you needed help with childcare and you felt like a friend didn't really, have your back or didn't really try to help you or have any empathy for you? Please put it in the comments.
It was like newness for you.
Yeah, I had been in Huntsville since high school.
So what were you wanting from her in that moment if it wasn't, childcare, I guess? What was the, what did you want from her?
Understanding. That's it.
You felt like all of those times y'all had that conversation, she just wasn't giving you that. It was like just, oh, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And it was Labarbeque, like, so, because I know you said that he had full custody at some point. Did he not?
It was about 3 days. It was a weekend.
3 days. So
Friday,
you had
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
So when you had the baby, like, he wasn't helping you at all?
When we were in the house together before the default judgment, no. I couldn't even ask him to bring me a salad to the room because I was so fatigued from breastfeeding and whatever else I was doing, or even to take a shower. I started taking a shower with my baby.
Wow.
And he wasn't helping take care of you? Like, what kind of shit is that? I'm sorry. Like, I'm just trying to understand.
Fuck that nigga. Labarbeque sauce. Okay? I know your open pit using ass. Okay? You look like the type to use open pit. Ain't nothing wrong with open pit barbecue sauce. I love open pit. Okay? I just don't like you using it, Labarbeque sauce. I know y'all like Miss Robinson. We not fooling with you. I told y'all. Y'all don't listen to me when it comes to these people. I told y'all he dogged this girl. I told you. 3 whole weeks and this fool, doing you like this. You done had his baby and he acting like a asshole. And I bet he just like the rest of the men on this show. Sadaric, where is his crazy ass at? He done got his ass arrested. Hook-headed, okay? Big toenail head, lion ass Maury. Like, he just like all of them. They in a hurry to get married so you could be their damn slave. Okay, that way they could cheat, lie, and turn a blind eye. Honey, Miss Robinson ain't got time for it. Your ass should have been in that house, Destiny, burning that goddamn food. And he would have really took offense because his barbecue, his barbecue eating ass. Okay, he loves some ribs, chicken, pork chops. He looked like the type. Okay, I see them hot dogs in the back of his neck. Okay, and in the back of his damn head. I see the pack of hot dogs. I see him. You should have been, I would have been burning that shit. Baby, you want some? I done fix you some, ribs, chicken. Oh yeah, I've been slaving. Shit would have been burnt. Okay. Oh yeah, I bet would have been fucking him up, baby and all, honey. Okay, don't play with Miss Robinson. Petty as hell. Shit, spick and span and shit. I would have made sure his ass was sliding around when he got in from work. Oh yeah. You don't know how to treat me, nigga. You go learn today. How you doing? Okay. Girl, Destiny, you let Labarbeque sauce do you like that. Girl, beautiful woman. Treated her like shit. That's why she was, acting like that, you guys. Okay, that's probably why she had that attitude. She was hurt. I could see it. I could feel it. And I knew we was not getting the whole story from her. I knew it. I told y'all. I said something about her I don't quite trust. Now, I believe she's a Taurus. My experience with Tauruses they are very sneaky and covert, and they will backstab you. They just will. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth. But the dark side of Taurus, they will do that. Taurus can be good people. They can be very loyal and dependable, and they're very patient, okay, with their shit. But, honey, we'll get into that on another day, honey, okay? We'll get into that.
And how you have somebody, you're with somebody all of this time, they're having a baby, and they physically need help. And you're just like, divorce. Like, I'm just trying to understand how he could just, leave you.
Because he didn't get his way. And when certain type of people don't get their way, then, the lack of empathy is there.
I mean,
wow.
Do you see similarities between him and Martell?
Because they are literally thinking the same.
That's what me and Melody related on. They have a lot of similarities. Let me be quiet. Yes.
Okay. So then I have to ask.
They've been best friends since they were 6.
Oh. So how are you friends with Martell if he's like Labarbeque?
Exactly.
I'm just curious.
So when I say similarities, I mean like they're both spoiled. They're both mama's boys. They're both entitled, a little arrogant. I mean, they have those similarities. Now, as far as what transpired in the marriage between the separate couples, like, I know Martell from being Martell, and to me, just like with Melody, when people would say certain things about her, like, I can only take her for face value as who she is to me, and
he's never shown any of those traits.
No.
Okay.
So let's talk about Mel and the sit down you guys had at the coffee shop. And it seems like Mel presented some text messages regarding you guys.
Child, Destiny over here rolling her eyes and sucking her damn teeth. Girl, you wasn't ready. Okay, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. God damn it. Shit. Okay, shit. You didn't have your shit together, and then you go get your ass online and pull up. Girl, see, I don't like when people do that. Okay, I don't like when you do all of that.
I guess you said at the reunion that you weren't in communication. Mel said that you had been in communication. Then you came on social media.
I posted the video because I hate when people leave out facts. The fact is, I said, I don't know where our relationship is because we haven't spoken. And I said, I'll text her, or we'll text, and I may get a response, or I may not. I never said there was no communication. That never came out of my mouth.
But you made it seem like it, Destiny. Okay, and she was texting you. Okay, and she was busy. She ain't got time to be, shit, waiting on your damn text message. Okay, the girl is busy.
What I said was, it was basically what I was trying to say was the communication is different. So just Melody as a person, if the way we communicated, if she wants to talk to you, she would call you 9, 10 times back to back. And for it to go to, and we didn't have to talk every day. We didn't have to talk every other day. But if I text or if I call, you don't answer, and then, maybe a day later I text like, hey, and what I said was, hey, are you disconnected from the world? Because sometimes that happens. I didn't get a response for a week. And so I texted again and said, hey, are you good? And then I didn't get I don't know, my next response might have been like 2 days later where I think she may have called. I don't know the timeline.
This is my issue with Destiny. And Destiny, Miss Robinson go break it down for you. Don't keep texting people that ain't texting you back. Because that right there, that should let you know they don't want to be bothered or they can't be bothered. Period. It looked like you are a little, special. I'll use that word. When it comes to reading signs, symptoms, and warnings of, a particular relationship just may have ran its course, right? We saw the thing with you and Labarbeque sauce. And now we see this thing with Melody, right? So, Melody was busy or, doing whatever she was doing. But when people do you like that, you guys just do it right back to them. And then be like, well, you do it to me. So I thought this is how it was. Okay. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, okay. Like, don't keep reaching out to them. And I know I get a lot of pushback for this because some people would be like, well, that's her friend and she just want to see how she is. No, don't keep. See, when you keep texting people that ain't texting you back, that's a form of begging to me. So, and what I would have did before we got to the reunion, because I'm pretty sure they all was at a certain hotel, whatever, I would have had a talk with her if I really care about her as a friend, right? I would have, talked to her in person. Don't do no more texting or calling. Get her in person before the reunion and say, well, hey, girl, I was trying to reach out to you and I didn't get a response. Always go for, communicating with them in person. That way you could see their facial expressions and their reactions and this, that, and the third. So, yeah, you should have did that. Instead, you got your ass over there at that reunion. And it kind of seemed like it was a scheme that Todd came up with so you could come to us with the bullshit. Because then you over there with Tisha hemming and hawing about, Mel is not a good friend. And then her ass sitting up over there, okay, looking like a fake ass version of the LaBelles. Is that what they look? She looked like she could have been in that damn group with Patti LaBelle and the girls, honey, from back in the day. Is that their name? Ule Cuckoo Shea Abe Why? I don't know what the hell they were saying, but y'all get what I'm saying, honey, okay? Tisha just looked a fool at that reunion. The makeup was bad. The dress was hell no. Don't do it no more, Tisha. Okay. I think the color was pretty. I just didn't like the design, and it was just too much going on. But the color, I did like that. But girl, no. But yeah, all that shit looked like it was concocted, you guys. Like, oh, she got with. I don't know, and I wouldn't put it past her, to, get with Tisha before the reunion, be like, girl, Mel been acting funny with me, and yeah, and Tisha say her shit too, and you know how that shit is. So, girl, bye.
But she texted me days after that and was like, I think she might have asked me to go to brunch, and I don't really remember the details of it, but I was out of town, and so when even in between that time, she said, "Oh, it was only 6 weeks." It was 6 weeks of call, no answer. I text, you text back, call, maybe 3 weeks later, no answer. Like we never talked.
Y'all were missing each other.
Right,
Correct.
that's what I figured.
So you should have said that, but to me you made that look a certain way. So that's minus 9,000 points, Destiny. Yes, God damn it, I got you on the goddamn point system. Okay, shit.
It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm being needy. It was like something's different. Like, what's up? And if it's not, then I'm just saying I really don't know because I hadn't talked to her. And for me, the funniest thing about it was when she came with the receipts in the scene, what she failed to say was when you came to the room where Tisha and I were at, you came to give me your new number because I didn't even have it.
So she heard the conversation and still came over to give you.
Yeah, she gave me her number after that.
Huh. Can you give us more insight on what the conversation was? Because I guess I'm just confused on, now we know she continued to give you her number, and now for the past couple episodes of the season, it seems like whatever was said in the hotel room was just end all be all. So
what I've been asked in every scene was, please repeat what I said.
Do you remember what you said?
Verbatim. I've said it in like 3 scenes. It just hasn't played.
Oh.
Yes. So we all were. It was like the cast was split up. So Tisha and I didn't even know Mel was even in a hotel with me at all. That's how much we were communicating. And for her to say that she was next door to me, it seems real interesting because I'm a little bougie, so I got moved 3 times.
I'm over here rolling my eyes and sucking my damn teeth. Bougie. Bitch, you're broke. You can't be bougie, okay? Like, what the fuck? Didn't you just say that you was on assistance and you was rebuilding? And I'm not clowning her for that, honey. We done all been on hard times, okay? But I'm just saying, like, well, I'm a little bougie. Girl, you better stay in the damn room that they gave you and be happy, goddammit. Shit, what is wrong with you? Something is wrong. Her elevator, I told you, it don't go to the top floor, honey. I think she is a first floorer. Okay? I think she resides on the first floor with Martell Holt, honey. That no wonder they cool. Okay? Shit.
Because I didn't like my first room. And then my second room, I realized it was the same size as the one I moved from, and we had like 5 people coming in to do fittings. And I was like, this ain't gonna work. This is just tight. So they moved me again. So you mean to tell me I got moved 3 times in a hotel and I ended up next door to you?
Stranger things could have happened.
Reservation, and maybe they're like,
Girl by Labarbeque sauce served you them divorce papers while he was in the house with you. Okay, so girl, if you could go back in that house and not say nothing when it come to him, surely you could get over that. Okay, how you doing? These women kill me. They got all these standards for these women, but with these men, they let these men run amok and do whatever, cheat, lie, and they still be trying to work shit out with them. Make it make sense, okay? Because this damn show not making no deposits, okay? Anyways, honey, Miss Robinson gonna have to go ahead, honey. We gonna end it right there because Miss Robinson got to get up in the morning to work with her clients. Yes, she do, honey. So we will have to come back for a part 3 with Miss Destiny, honey, okay? Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.